Today, we're speaking with Ishaan Shakunt, founder and head of marketing strategy at Spear Growth, a performance marketing and SEO enablement agency that helps fast-growing B2B SaaS and digital transformation companies achieve their aggressive growth targets. Ishaan is also an expert in all things B2B performance marketing and SEO enablement.
I've been just running Spear Growth for a year now. Over the year, we worked with a lot of companies. Now we figured out that, hey, we are actually good at those two things like performance and SEO. And specifically for companies in the growth stage, seed to Series C. But yeah, we just had a lot of fun and we've worked with some really good companies there. And yeah, it's just been an amazing year.
What are some favorite examples of websites that we can learn from?
I think like just even if you look at the goal, right? Any good thing in marketing should help achieve the goal. But like the goal of a website is just really, really different. For example, most people will just say that, hey, the goal of my website is either generating a free trial or schedule a call. And hey, I only speak about B2B SaaS. That's all I know. So it's either a free trial or a demo. But then there's a lot of other goals you can consider, right? I'll just quote some examples. And even in the examples of the website I'll show, there might be more examples of goals that will pop up, right? For example, one goal that we were looking at for ourselves was increasing the average ticket size. Our website, because people flow through that, increasing the average ticket size was a major goal of the website. It's an important part of the touch point. Other things are like just, qualifying leads. I'm the only salesperson, quote unquote salesperson in my company. So again, for us, that was very important that, hey, we don't waste all that time, or like just reducing the time on sales calls, just because if there's more clarity through the website or an email flow or anything, that just makes it much easier. Like those are some other goals that a website can have, and there's a lot of other things it can have. But yeah, there are other goals that you can look at. So just, I think every company should just start with looking at, hey, what are the challenges that we can solve through a website, through our website, and just start there. First one is actually Darwinbox. And I had kept these open before the call. So now they are a fairly large company. They're a unicorn company. They are in the HRMS space. They're large enough, but their competitors are companies like SAP. Now, obviously, like the SAP is larger than them, and it's sort of considered the default. And in a product like HRMS, or in a lot of these products, right, there's no reason to list out the features. Everyone knows what the features are, and you just cannot compete on them. And so how do you even differentiate somewhere where you cannot differentiate on a lot, right? And when it's a platform play, because in like a life cycle of a B2B SaaS company, every company eventually becomes a platform, and they've reached that stage. They're large enough for that. You really have to differentiate using an emotion almost, right? And they've done that extremely well. They've decided that, hey, we are the new thing, and it makes a lot given what's happening in the industry, in the world right now, right? You look at the messaging, right? Evolving world of work, change ready. Like if I just revolution, this is probably great, but then just agile, mobile first is a great thing. Break out of legacy, like the number of ways they've been able to just convey the same message in different ways. Even the newsletter, right? Stay ahead of change. Like this is brilliant. Like I've never, like this is my favorite way to convey such a small thing that, hey, we are the next thing. And they've done an amazing job at that. The second one that I can maybe look at is Zuluri, right? And again, you'd have to understand the industry to understand the brilliance of this one, right? So now they're in an industry where no one understands what they do. No one understands, none of their customers or very few of the customers understand what SaaS management platform is. If you are in the space, if you're using SaaS, you probably should use Zuluri, right? And they have a no-nonsense offer, but no one understands this. So they have the messaging that they have, like they understood exactly how their customers are doing things now, and it captures that perfectly. And if you look at what I prefer more, right, they have focused on clarity. They don't care about differentiation, and they don't need to, because no one even understands what they are to even get to a differentiation point, right? And then if you just look at Eliminate SaaS wastage, the GIFs that they've used, these are probably the best usage of GIFs to communicate clarity that I've ever seen. It makes it so easy to understand what they do, how it works, and to their audience. And it's just brilliant, like, honestly. If you look at, and I'll go back to the point of what makes a website good, right? This breaks a lot of the convention of what makes a website good. There's a lot of white space here. There's a lot of stuff that's missing. But then if you look at the source of our audience, it's most of it is referrals, or through partnerships, or through, so basically the trust is pre-built when they come to us now. And the space that we are in, right, we just run ads. So we don't need to talk about what we do. Everyone knows what running ads is, and we really need to just dive into why work with us, right? And how we've tested this more than anything else is, this is literally what I say on sales calls. We took our sales script, put it on a landing page, because that's all we needed. We just needed something to send in an email before someone gets on a call with us, so that we can reduce the time spent on the call with me, right? So this is what we've done here. Again, just dive right into, like, what the results are. I have some case studies. We're improving those as well. Just describing what the call is going to look like. And just because people asked for these, we just showcase this, and that's it. Just add FAQs. So the entire purpose of this page is honestly just to reduce the time spent on a call with us and increase clarity.
Some trends that you're currently seeing right now for a website?
One very interesting trend that I'm seeing is that, like, most websites used to have those stock images. Even SaaS websites used to have either stock images or like these very cool graffitis, or just like, drawn out figures, which did not show anything. Like, they didn't add any value, just took up space. Just movement away from that and more into just using screenshots. I'm not even talking about like showcase websites. You don't have to go all Novatic level for that. Just use more screenshots, use GIFs, use a video demo. Don't gate ebooks. Sorry, don't gate your case studies. Gate ebooks all you want. Don't gate your case studies, right? Because you want people to read those things. So just that things of like showcasing what you want to showcase upfront is happening a lot more, and a lot of the space that was earlier taken up with just making the site look more pretty is being replaced, and that's something I just really love right now. Yeah.
Trends that you're ready to see end for websites?
Long forms to schedule a demo, right? Because we've tested this out a lot, right? And it just, like, even having a 2-step form just changes the conversion rates enough for it to just do it at this point. And you have all of these, and it's possible now. So it's a lot more possible and necessary now. One, because the market trends have changed. There's so much competition that you aren't the only option. You have to sort of give in to how people want to buy, instead of try to force people to buy according to how you sell. One is that, and second is tech is allowing us to do that. For example, even tools like ZoomInfo, just or like any other data enrichment tool, just tell you who that person is. So use that information really well, and just, like, that's something that, I've seen a lot of movement towards.
Some of your favorite tools right now that you're using on websites?
One would be just audience intelligence. I don't know what to call it. Like, it's probably audience intelligence, just understanding who's coming to your website. And you don't need fancy tools. You can just use like the free LinkedIn cookie or whatever it's called, right? You can just use a free LinkedIn pixel for this, where you can just look at who is coming to your website, from which companies are they, and you can use that very easily to change the messaging on your website. That's like one thing, that one piece of tech that I really like. The second piece of tech that I'm seeing on the website that I prefer is like anything that helps let people reach your goal easily. If it's scheduling a call, some people are doing great job with chatbot. Some people are using really good form conversions, call schedulers. It just like reducing a lot of friction there between coming to the website and then taking the action that you had to take, right? Like those, a lot of the software, including Novatic, right? That's really, really good. And the third one is I think everyone's used this by now, but just using something free like Microsoft Clarity or something along the lines of Hotjar, uh, right? Just to look at who is coming to your website, how are they behaving, and I don't think a lot of people look at those as much as they should. Like even if even if you're not in a CRO position, if you're in product marketing, look at how people are behaving, look at where people are clicking. If you're in performance marketing, look at what the audience that you're bringing, how are they performing versus a different audience. Just sit there, grab a cup of coffee, and just watch like recordings on the website. Yeah, that's like the three things that come to mind at the moment.
You a chance to promote Spear Growth and give a plug for any B2B SaaS company looking to drive pipeline revenue.
So the companies who benefit the most working with us, right, is companies who are in the growth stage, are looking to scale. There's a lot of chaos and that needs to be managed, right? So if it's in the performance marketing, we've scaled like crazy repeatedly. We know where things break. So that's one, and we provide enough freedom there. So that's like really good for companies who are looking to scale, not companies who are looking to cruise, right? And also for SEO, we don't have a lock-in at all. So if you're looking to scale something, you want to keep your content in-house, you have web devs, at that point of time, if you need an extra push, extra support from an SEO standpoint, that's again where we come in. We just come in, we give that extra push, and there's no retainer, and we just leave, right? For both of these, for growth companies, yeah, we've just engineered these services for growth companies specifically. So yeah, if you're someone that you think could benefit from something like that, just schedule a call with me. We'll see if we are a right fit for you or not.